Hello everyone, Athena Artist with what I'm calling a first look at the game RimWorld, which is still in early release as of the time that I'm recording this, but it's pretty close to full release. They're up to 1.0.182, which was compiled as of 2 days ago, but I have been noticing, at least during the weekdays when I assume they're all working on this, that sometimes they are doing updates more than once in a day, which means that if I've saved a game when I come back in, quite often I can't load it up because this game has been updated. So that's why I'm going to record what I can in this play session, and I'll do what I can with it to either speed up sections or cut things out so as to break it up in a manageable way for you guys to enjoy. So what is RimWorld? This is called a story generator. I would call it a survival colony game generator. It's all about future where we're out colonizing the stars, and for whatever reason, you end up on what is called a rim world, out away from the main points of civilization, and you have to survive. So we're going to start a new colony right now. The first decision you have to make is how many people you're going to have with you when you start, and what sort of supplies they are going to have with them. With the first choice is with 3 and these supplies, then you can up it to 5. I don't think that they actually have they have more food in that, but again, quite limited. Then you can go with 1 person who has an awful lot of supplies, or 1 person who has absolutely nothing. So for this one, though, I'm going to start with what they call the typical RimWorld experience. So you could get an idea. We could focus in more on what the game is about rather than trying to figure out how to survive a difficult living situation. So we're going to hit next. Now the next thing we get to choose is our storyteller. Now each one of these 3 people, they have an impact on your game in that they are the ones that are controlling your, I guess you could say, your external events. That is, how often you have pirates come raiding, or you have resource drops, those kind of things. Now, Cassandra, being the classic, of course, the one that started with the game, is that she starts out with kind of small things and then builds as your colony develops. Now, Phoebe here, I haven't played too much with Phoebe. I've only had the game for maybe a week at this point, so I am far from an expert. So I'm really not too sure. I think she lets you go longer between things but when she does hit you, she hits you hard. And then there's Randy Random, who, of course, doesn't follow anybody's rules and throws all kinds of stuff at you whenever he feels like it. So, but I'm going to stick with this one so that you could get an idea of what the game is about. Oh, that's right, I got to do all my settings. And I am going to set it so that we can reload, just in case we get a game crash. Not that it has happened too often, but I can reload and do that. Now, I'm not too sure. I haven't messed with this part of things at all. I just let it stay with whatever it comes up with, and we're going to hit generate. Okay, here is our world. I did notice that you could increase the size of the world if you want on that one screen. We've got about 30% of it here that's covered. But you'll notice that there's all these settlements here already. The red and crossbone ones represent this pirate band here, which is going to always be 100% hostile. You're never going to be able to negotiate peace treaties with them or trade or anything. They just want to rob you and kill you. Now, the green and the blues start out as being hostile, but they're not incredibly hostile. So if the game were to progress long enough, we may be able to negotiate a peace treaty of some kind with them. But the ones that are in the yellow, at this point, the ones I want to pay more attention to are the yellows and the purples, because they are neutral to us. In other words, they might actually want to trade with us, but they're not going to come in and try to kill us all right off the bat. So, looking at our map, I want to be down here in sort of what I would call the temperate areas, because I don't want to have to deal with snow or anything like that. And I'd like to have a nice long growing season. So I'm liking this. I know there's a red one there, but they're not real close. If I come up in here, let's see, what have we got? We have a temperate forest with a large river. Let's see if we can get it a little smaller. There we go. And we have, that's not a year-round growing season though. Let's see if we can come down and get, that's still not year-round. I don't want to get too close to them. How about in here? Limestone slate, still not year-round though. How about down here? Still, well, if we're going to have a shorter growing season, let's stay back up in here then. Because we're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere with not anybody too close to us. That's not bad. Disease rate's a little higher than I'd like, but not too bad. Sandstone and limestone. Let's see if we can find one that's got granite there. Kind of like granite, if we can get into using that as a building material at some point in time. So, nice fertile soil though, with berries. We're going to go with that. Now this is where you're going to want to spend a lot of time looking, because this is where you get to pick your 3 characters that are going to be start of your colony. And it gives you an awful lot of information here so as to help you make your choice. Little backstory, what they're incapable of, like this gal, she cannot defend herself or anyone else for that matter. So in this situation, I'm sorry to say, that kind of is a real minus. She's also a bit of a psychopath, and she really doesn't like men, which would mean there's not much possibility of her wanting to get married and have children or anything. So for all those reasons, I would kind of reject her right off the bat. Also, if they have any health issues, any existing relations, positive or minus over here, and this of course is their skill set. And what you have down here is a summary of what you're getting from these 3 people right here. Now I'm rejecting her, just looking at this fact that she's incapable of violence, she can't do firefighting, or cooking, or animals, or any of those things. So let's see what else they offered us right off the bat. And that's another psychopath. I don't want, no, there's a cannibal. I definitely don't want anybody with those kind of things. I'm trying to see if they gave me anything. Firefighter, no. No, not really. To be honest, I don't think I like any of these so far. Oh, there's another cannibal. Now there's a surgeon. They don't like women. Not very good their skills. And they're also psychically hypersensitive. Wow, 80%. That's not good. We occasionally get drones that come through that affect our people either positively or negatively. So this person would be very susceptible to that kind of thing. So to be honest, I'm not seeing anybody in this group that I like. So we're just going to start hitting random. And the first one I kind of tend to look for is someone with good medical skills. So let's, whoops, that was a 7. I want someone with at least a 6. Oh, and these little things, the little yellow light means, now in this case, that they have a interest, that they're not extremely passionate about it. The two little fire signs mean that they are really passionate about it, and they'll learn very fast whatever that particular skill is. So what I want to look for is someone with at least a 6 or above, and at least one yellow light there. So let's keep clicking until I try not to click too fast. Okay, we've got a 10. Now they are totally incapable of intellectual or artistic, but they don't have any skills there either. Okay, we're going to keep looking. Now there's an 8. They're incapable of nothing. They're sickly, though. They have an awful immune system. But then look at the skill set. They got good cooking. Not the greatest with shooting or melee. Well, unless I could find someone better, you're a keeper. Now, who is this that you have a... That's her? That's your daughter? I didn't like her at all. So, okay. We're going to keep looking. Let's see. Now that we found him, let's see if we could find someone with really good construction and mining skills. Okay, so we want... Oh, do you have some plants? No, you don't. Oh, darn it. Everybody has to have at least a 1 or a 2 in the plant skill area. So, no, I'm going to have to keep looking for medical. Now, what's that? Oh, it's a carcinoma. I think that's a cancer, right? No, we don't want anybody that's going to die on us from... and need a lot of tending. Now, you have a 7. Great, greedy. She like a really nice bedroom. That I could work with, hopefully. A little bit of plants. Like some of these other ones. Okay. So you're a keeper at least for the time being. So let's keep going. Now you have the construction and mining. Oh, but you're psychically hypersensitive. That's a 5 and a 2. A little bit too low there on the 1. No extra. So I try not to click on these too fast because, okay, you got 8 and 3. Incapable of nothing. Psychically deaf. That actually could actually come in handy. A little bit trigger happy. Well, if I don't give you a pistol or anything, maybe that'll work out. Nimble. Now, what's your daughter like? You can't do any violence, though. I mean, you'd be a good, like, 4th one, but I don't know. For my initial skill set, and yes, you have a 1 in plants, which, well, I could see it a little higher, but okay, we're gonna keep you for a while. Okay, so what are we weak on? I think it is the plants. Okay, so we're looking for somebody. What about cooking? A little bit of cooking there, and a little bit of cooking there. So we need someone with really good cooking and really good plants. So that's not real high. That's not real high either, but they are interested in it, at least. And they're another miner, which means they have the construction in that. I'd really like to see the cooking, though, higher. At least a 6. Psst, click too soon. Can't fight fires. can't clean anything. Now, what's that? You don't like guys. And I think we do have, well, we've got one guy in the team. You're incapable of cleaning, though. I don't like that either. That, I guess, I can live with things, some of these things over here. But can't do any cleaning? That's unreasonable, I'm sorry. Oh, and no plant skills, so we need the plants, though, too. So, back to looking. That's a 6 in the plants. Still not great, though. Let's keep looking. Those are 5. Oh, you have an alcohol addiction. Oh, sorry. Now there's 8 and 8. Not incapable of anything. You don't like women, though. That I think we can live with. Because I'm not going to be playing this one long enough to want them to get married and have kids and stuff. And we have him too, anyway. A little bit of animals, artistic, even a little bit of medical. Okay. So let's see. We've got one that's a great shooter. One that's better with melee. And one that's a little... Okay, you're going to get our pistol. Let's see. It looks... This all looks good. Like I said, melee's the one that's weak. That's fine. We don't do that much melee, at least early on. What about intellectual? It says we've got some... So yeah, there's one that's got real high intellectual. What about social? Do we have someone? Well, we've got someone with some. Not much, but I think that's enough to get us by. Social is people that do our negotiating with traders and things like that. Okay, we're going to start with this. Here we go. Okay. And here we go. Oh my. Look at this big lake here. Let's pause our game. And look at these. All this rich soil down here. So we're going to have lots of places to grow crops in. And look at all the trees and things we've got. So this is a nice area. I think we can start down in this area and grow up this way. We've got all this area for some growing and this area here. So we're going to have eventually a lot of crop area. So let's start with that first off. I'm going to put in, how many can we get down in this area? Let's see, we're going to do one there. I guess we're only going to be able to get about 3 there. So we're going to come over here and do let's see. I gotta figure out where that one ended. Okay, let's see if that's enough. Okay, this one we're going to leave at the default of potatoes. This one we're going to make rice. And this one we are going to make strawberries. Now this one we're going to make the corn. And this one we will make our heel root. And this one I'm going to do cotton. And I want to do one more. So we need to do one for hay grass. that we could take with us when we are going on a colonies. Our caravan's going someplace that we can feed our pack animals with. Okay, next thing we need to do. Oh, looks like we got an iguana for a pet. Is that right? Yes. He's an iguana. And he's bonded to her. Now she is our gal that has the melee skills. So she needs that knife. Now he has the best shooting skills. So he's gonna get the rifle. And he has the so-so. So you're getting the pistol. There we go. Now, let's start with putting in our primary stockpile, which is our area that's... No. I don't want to start there. This area I want to refrigerate, because this is where we're going to keep our... I think that's about as big as I want to make it for right now. Kind of tuck it in here between those two. Okay. This area we're going to completely enclose and roof over, and we're going to refrigerate so as to keep our food and everything and stuff in there. So, what we're going to do then is we'll start coming up this way. I'm going to cancel that, because we're going to come up this way now with what is going to be what I would call our common room area, which is where they will be doing their cooking and their eating and some other sociable kind of activities. So that means up in here, I'm going to put in a hallway starting out this way. I don't know if this is going to be right size. We'll find out here in a minute. This is going to be where our bedrooms are going to be at. So we've got 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3. 3 there. And right in here, I will tuck in what's going to be my hospital room right in there. And I think I will... No, I'm going to come out this way. We'll come out this way with maybe a 3rd bedroom or so. Or maybe I'll put a hallway in there again. Some way, I don't know. We'll see. That's big enough for the bedrooms for right now. Now, I like to put in 2 doors into the bedrooms. Well, because you just never know where a fire is going to break out. And the last thing you'd want to do is be trapped someplace. So we're going to put in some doors here and there. And let's see, go ahead, bring this down. 1 more. Now, because that's just getting us a bit too close to the river. So we'll just go right there. And we're going to put 1 door there. Okay. So that's the basics of our first structure. And furniture, let's see. I need to build, let's see. we're also going to put in these little passive coolers. It will get quite hot in the summer, and we might as well have something in there so they can help keep themselves cool. Now I got to go around and make sure they're going to collect all of these things. See, that just goes and takes me to her. So I'm going to have to, I guess, more wood. Now that's, oh, that's a heal root. Oh, well, I probably don't need to grow heal root then, if we've got wild heal root. Where's my growing area? Where'd I put my growing area? Here it is. That's the hay grass. Yeah. Let's just take this one out for now. I don't need to grow. I might have to eventually. But for right now, I could probably get away with just harvesting the wild heal root for the time being. Okay. So I think we've gotten everything. But I am going to have to put in a bridge. I don't want to put the bridge in just yet. Let's see if there's anything down in here. Oh, we have gazelles? They're deer. Okay, that's fine. Oh. Now this area, that's an awfully big enclosed area. That makes me nervous. I don't want to mess with that too much. There might be something hidden in there. You never know. And we have a... No. Isn't that a... No, that's a popular tree. Okay. That's a raccoon. Oh, we have a bear. Grizzly bear. Wonderful. We're gonna have to keep an eye on him, though. Because he might want to go after, well, like our iguana or something like that. So... Okay. So the last thing I want to do before I start things up is I want to tell them they need to chop wood. And we're going to make sure they get all this cleaned out of this area first so that we can use that in building and that. Okay. Now the first thing I want to do when I turn the game back on is let them pick up their weapons. There we go. Okay. Now, let's look at their work. Oh, we have two that we can have as doctors. Warden. Yeah. Cook. You can be a cook. I can see you as a cook. Hunting. Oh, you didn't get the... Never mind. Construction. Growing. Plant cutting. Everybody's on plant cutting. You can be on mining and smithing and tailoring. I guess you guys can be there too. Crafting. Now you don't have any further research. Okay. But that's good. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is prioritize getting these beds made. There we go. Let's speed things up just a bit. rest of this steel hauled in. Oh, and you built the stove for me. Thank you. So we're gonna put in some bills here. I'm gonna have them just build us some simple meals from whatever ingredients that they could come up with, which will probably be berries and some other things here at first. That and that. Looks like they're building us now. Blocked by popular tree. This one. Get that cut down. We have visitors. Now the visitors. Yeah, we have a trader there. Now, there's another one that's a very large squared off area. I don't like that. Now, notice they have the little flashing yellow question mark on them. That means they have some trade items. So, who has the best social? Looks like it's Zippy. Alright, Zippy. We're gonna trade here. Okay. Now they have 5, which we could buy. That's some sort of a weapon. LMG. Gas-powered light machine gun. Well, it's really pricey. So I think that's about all we're going to be able to get from you. Too. Oh, we have a mad squirrel right there, I'll bet. Yep. So now we got to bring everybody on guard. You're gonna come. The thing is, I can't have anyone shooting anything. Now you... Let's see. I think I'm just gonna bring you down here for now. Well, why can't you just shoot the thing? Okay. Looks like we've got a squirrel defeated. Now, yes, they did build this. We're making that medical. Now, okay. Make sure everybody has self-tending that can do it. Oh, she can't. Okay. We're gonna assign you. Okay, so we're going to try to form a caravan. And I think I'm just going to be taking my 2 guys on this one. So what we need to do is put in a caravan packing spot. There we go. We're going to go to World. And we're going to tell them we want to go from here to here. Whoops. Oh, okay. I'm going to form a caravan. Now, I'm only going to be taking my 2 guys here. And let's see, we're going to take both of those so we can carry as many items as we want. So we are going to take, well, I don't know if we're going to need all of it, but we'll take a fair amount of our hay so we could feed our alpacas. We're going to take all of the pemmican and a fair amount of our simple meal and our packaged meals. We're going to leave the rice and the potatoes. We're going to take some of our medicines. And let's see. How much herbal medicine? Well, we'll take all of that too. I think we'll take all of the cloth. Some of our wood. And whatever silver we've got. So we're going to go from here. Pretty sure that's where we're going. So now they should start packaging up everything for our caravan. You'll see that they've got the little caravan symbol in theirs now. So they're going to go through, start grabbing up whatever I told them we're taking with us. Looks like they're still... Okay, so here we're going. About a half a day to get there. Okay, we have met. Well, let's see what they have. Well, they have some pemmican. Let's buy... How much can we get of that? Well, not all of it, obviously. Let's just buy... Alright, let's try it this way. Buy whatever we can from them. That's fine. And then we're going to move on. Okay, let's pause the game. So this is, I assume, the place where we have to raid. Now, where are our people? Because I would like to make a fairly cautious, yes, here we are, approach. Because you never know what's going to be waiting for us. So, we're going to take you, position you here, and you are going to come over there. So let's see if, what is this? A Lancer charged. I'm not sure what that is. A human-sized combat mechanoid. Huh. Okay. Oh dear. Maybe that wasn't the brightest thing to do. Haven't you taken... Yeah, you're blind. Come on now. Alright, so let's move you again. And you're a terrible shot. There. Now we finally got him down. So let's put down... We're gonna make this one medical. And now we're gonna rescue him. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is reform our caravan. So we're taking all of our people. We're taking that. Yes, we're taking all of that. And our simple meals. Those. Let's see. Taking that. And that. Let's see, we've still got room. Still taking our silver. I don't think I can carry the beds. Definitely taking our revolver back. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So we're back home again.